Hi guys, Shelly the Human Cook here today with a recipe called biryani. Now the biryani that I'm going to talk about today is not your authentic slow cooking 4 hours biryani. It's going to be a quick recipe for people that want to make biryani within 20 minutes to half an hour. I'm going to teach you a couple of tips and tricks to get it done faster, and let's go. To err is human. Follow me. Okay, so let's start with our ingredients. The first thing is the meat. I have 1 pound of chicken here. You can use goat, you can use beef, you can use shrimp. Shrimp and chicken cooks faster. Beef and goat takes a longer time in the curry. The next thing I have here is 1 cup of yogurt. I'm using Greek yogurt. The reason is if you use the regular plain yogurt, you can use that as well. But when you use Greek yogurt in the korma, in the curry, you want a curry that has very little water in it, so it's more thick for the biryani. So that's the reason why I use Greek yogurt, but you can use the plain yogurt. The ingredients I have is tomatoes. I have the cherry tomatoes here that I'm going to use for the korma today, but you can, for a shortcut, and this is better actually, is the tomato paste. Because when you have the tomato paste, again, less liquid, less work to do, faster it cooks. Then you're going to need fried onions. This is also a shortcut. Now, you can use fresh onions if you'd like. But if you want to make this fast, you want to make it delicious and no tears, buy this. It's a lifesaver. You can get it from anywhere. I've got this from, a Desi store, an Indian store, but you can find it at Walmart now. It's everywhere. So just for a shortcut. The next thing we're going to need is ginger garlic paste. Now I've made my own here. All you do is you clean the ginger, you mince them both together, the garlic and the ginger. But if you don't want to, you want to skip this step and you want to go faster, again, in any Indian store you can find ginger garlic paste already made. The next thing we're going to need is oil, of course. What we're going to need is the spices. Now I have here Shan Bombay Biryani Masala. I've heard that this is the best masala there is for biryani. So you can purchase this. You can make your own fresh masala. Just pick up a packet. It's so much easier. Before using this packet, what I want you to do is open up the box. Take out the masala in a container. And I want you to take out right now, before you even start your recipe. It's all gone. You guys can see. I want you to take out a tablespoon of this masala right now. Just the masala, there's going to be cardamom and other stuff in there. Just make sure it's just the powder. So just take out a tablespoon of that powder and keep it separate. This is going to be for our rice. The spices that we're going to put in other than the biryani masala is going to be just a pinch of jaifal and jawatri. So this is optional. If you don't have it, you don't have to put it in. It just makes the rice more fragrant. And nutmeg, a little bit of a pinch of nutmeg. This is both for the rice afterwards, and of course salt. I have here 2 cups of rice soaking. I'm using this royal basmati chawal. When you're making biryani, you want to use basmati chawal because it has a special fragrance. It's the best for biryani, but you can use any rice that you have available. And whatever cup you use to measure your rice, make sure you keep that cup for when you have to measure the water that goes into the rice. I'll show you later. Okay, let's get started. I forgot. for the end, after our korma is done, our curry is done, you can also put on top some chopped cilantro. Okay, this is optional. You don't have to do it. If you don't have cilantro, you don't have to put it. You can also put some chopped green chili peppers on top and some ginger if you'd like, but it's optional. You don't. All right, I got my apron on and we're ready to cook. So the first thing you're going to put in here is your oil. Make sure your pan is hot. You're going to put in about a 1/4 cup of oil. And then you're going to go ahead and put about a handful of your onions. And right away to that you're going to add your garlic and ginger. So when you feel like they're well incorporated, mixed together, then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. Like I said before, I've used here boneless chicken thighs, which I had marinated when I had bought them. I marinate all my meat. But you can use bone chicken, you can use chicken breast, you can use a whole chicken. Again, any kind of meat that you want. We're going to mix this meat with the garlic and the onions until it turns white. Okay, all of my chicken has turned white. And now I'm going to add my spices. The biryani Jatt masala that we had goes right on top. And you're just going to stir that until, oh my god, it smells so amazing. It smells really good. You're going to stir that until you see that the chicken, all of the chickens are covered, and you start smelling the spices. Okay, we're halfway there, guys. Alright. See, I'm going to add just a touch more salt because we took out some of the spices for the rice. I just want to put a little more seasoning back in. Alright, and the next thing we're going to put in now, I see the oil has separated, there's no more liquid in here. We're going to put in our tomatoes. You just want to mix that until the tomatoes have softened. 2 minutes, maybe a minute, 2 minutes. And then we're going to put in our yogurt. When you use the paste, this part will go fast because the paste is already watered down. No more liquid left in there, so that's why it goes faster. Alright, now I'm going to put in my yogurt, the Greek yogurt that I had. This is going to sputter, and it's going to spout because you have it on medium-high heat. So you want to wear an apron to protect your clothes because the turmeric does not come out of clothing. Alright. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. when you're cooking chicken for the korma, for the biryani, if this was any other meat, I'd let it sit and cook for a minute or so. But since it's chicken, I can't leave it because you don't want the chicken to be overdone. The dark meat is tender and juicy. You want it to stay that way. You see how much liquid has been added because of the yogurt and tomatoes? So you're going to kind of cook it down with the chicken. Maybe give it 2 more minutes. Okay guys, I've been stirring for about 5-6 minutes now. My chicken is done. My tomatoes have wilted down. It's very less liquid. It's almost there. Now I'm going to add the cilantro, and then I'm going to close this pan and we're going to make our rice. This must have taken us, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? The hardest part was getting everything together. Alright, since I had dark meat and I cut it into little pieces, my chicken, it was done very quickly. If you had a bone-on chicken, it would take you a little longer to cook, so you give it a little more time. Okay, let's go make the rice. Okay guys, this is how I cook my rice. First, you heat your pan. I have 2 cups of white basmati rice here, which I had soaked, washed, and now it's ready to go. I cook my rice like I cook my noodles or my pasta. I put the water in first. So first we're going to start with the oil. I'm going to put about 2 big spoons or 2 tablespoons of oil. Then I'm going to put in my onions, the fried onions. It just gives it a flavor, a toasted flavor that you want in biryani. Plus these onions are what we're going to put on top too for garnish. After that's in, I'm going to let those toast just a second. And then we're going to add our biryani masala. Remember the tablespoon that we had taken out? We're going to go ahead and put that in. And the Jaifal Jawatri I was talking about. And just a pinch of the nutmeg. Just a pinch. You don't want too much or it's going to taste... Oh my god, it smells good. Alright. Now I'm going to put in the water. Since I have 2 cups of rice, I'm going to put in 3 cups of water. And this is the... After you put in your 3 cups of water, you just wait for it to come to a boil. And then we'll add our rice. I'm also going to put a little bit of salt in here. We have to season our rice. Okay? Alright, our water has come to a boil. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the rice. And then stir, mix, and cover. You want to keep it on medium high, so alright, you want to keep cooking your rice until you see that all the water has evaporated. So I'm going to cover it and just keep an eye on it. Okay, once you see that the water has evaporated and it's at this stage, you want to put it at low flame, cover it, and leave it for at least 15 minutes. Just don't do anything to it. 15 minutes. I'm putting it at low. I'm covering it. And we're going to wait 15 minutes. Okay guys, it's been 15 minutes. When I pick up a piece of rice, it's just al dente. I'm going to turn off the stove and I'm going to bring it over to our korma. Okay guys, time for mixing. Now there's two ways you can do this. When your rice is done and your chicken is done, it's basically a rice and chicken dish. Now what you can do is you can make it like lasagna, where you put one layer of rice, one layer of chicken, one layer of rice, one layer of chicken, and then mix it like that. Or you can do what I do and just put the whole thing in. So I'm just gonna put the whole chicken korma inside my rice and then mix it that way. People put food coloring on their rice. You can do that if you'd like to. It's not a must. I try to avoid coloring if I could. My rice looks orange because of the masala we put in, so I don't need it. Oh guys, look at that. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Alright, and then you just gently mix in. You don't want to break your rice, so that's why they do the layering. You don't break your rice. But since we have it al dente and the rice is going to cook with the curry now, it's going to taste so good. You can put some more cilantro on top. Some people put on mint. If you're making goat biryani, spearmint tastes so good. Pudina. Alright, and there you have it. Once you've finished mixing, you can also put some fried onions on top, just for flavor, texture. And when it wilts down, it tastes really awesome. And this is the moment we've been waiting for. Oh man, can't wait to taste that. Look at that. Smells so good. Alright guys, moment of truth. Some chicken, some rice. Not too spicy, not too salty. Perfect. Chicken is cooked down perfectly. Spices has rendered down so perfect. But you don't want to see me eat. If you've enjoyed this video and you've liked my tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe down below. And I hope to see you again. Bye bye.